Yeah, so Millie Lies Low is about a young woman who pretends to move to New York, but has a bit of a mishap and decides to hide in Wellington until she can get another ticket to go back to New York. And there's a lot of pretending and lying involved to her friends and family. So that's the sort of, I guess, umbrella of what it's about. The New Zealand Film Commission were paying for me to go to a festival in France with a short film I'd made, and I missed that flight and had a meltdown. They wanted $3,000 for another, ticket, which I didn't have that money, and I was just like, I'm going to have to hide for 3 weeks and pretend I'm in France because everyone knows that I'm going, and I was just filled with such a sense of shame and like embarrassment and loss of face, and that's where the idea originally came from. And then the more I started sharing that with people, the more friends had similar thoughts or had actually done, hid for a weekend or pretended to go here but went there and didn't tell anyone that they had gotten dumped, and all these stories of pretending just started coming out, and I got more interested in I guess what kind of person would actually do that, and where would that character take us, and I just was interested in going to the extreme with the approach, and what's a everyday nightmare, and I think that would be one if you get yourself into deeper and deeper holes. I think it just felt like there was a certain amount of naivety to that the character needed, and a young graduate. I guess there's the more pressure on social media, and in New Zealand, I'm sure in many countries, they tend to, they offer scholarships, and this person and that person, young people, they're going to, Juilliard, and they're going here to become an opera singer, and they're going there to become an actor, and there's all this pressure on like these young people are going to be the next big thing, and often they're not. And it's just a lot of pressure to put on young people. So I was interested in that angle, that idea of having to make it and be a success when you're young. So it just felt like it worked better for that age. I love looking at the, I guess, the comedy and tragedy a lot. So I often find like dark and horrible situations quite funny, like later on, that I get myself into, and later on I'm just like, oh my God, what was I thinking doing that? And I just think that's just what interests me in cinema as well, is like the comedy and tragedy, and the tragedy and comedy, and just playing things, always just playing things for truth. Like that was always the base level that me and Anna, who plays Millie, worked from, was like, you play the truth in this, you're not playing it for laughs, it's all real to us. It was all very real. So we just, and then there's just funny moments came out. I wanted people to laugh and cry and be tense and go through all the emotions, and that's what I wanted to achieve, and it just to be really fast-paced and, kind of an action, thriller, horror, dramedy. It's a portrayal of a female experience of being, raised to be small in the world, to be polite, to not speak out, to not make a fool of yourself, and hopefully those things are changing with the next generation of young women. But I think it's just trying to convey one aspect of what it's like to be a young woman, but also so they can hopefully see themselves in Millie, like see that they too have maybe made terrible decisions